Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
Matt.
and today we're reviewing,
Preacher.
this episode being called Puzzle Piece. So Dennis has been turned.
He has finally.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious in the fact that he was sorting out his blood, if you know what I mean, in the bag and boiling it, and then like he walked off. So I mean, it was pretty obvious it wasn't for him because he was in what can only be described as a good health. Yeah, I think it would have been better if he like de-aged. It's interesting because a little later on they're talking and like all of a sudden Dennis knows English.
hmm I wonder, the way I always figured he probably knew English anyway, was being stubborn, but I wonder if he can de-age. I don't really know what the rules are here.
I
Whether
don't
he
know
can
either.
do like a Dracula thing and get younger.
I'm not that well aware of Dracula, but yeah, I think it would have been.
Well, Dracula was like super old and then he got young. There's not a big story to it.
Yeah, I think it would have been. I think it'd work out better for the dynamic if he's younger, but whatever. So yeah, then you got the whole Grail and their assault team all in white, and they lead an attack. I
That was
guess.
cool. The first person like shooter kind of thing.
Yeah. I thought it was it was okay. It's interesting that they wear like all white on a incognito mission, but whatever, I guess it works out for him. So that's when we kind of get the clue that Dennis has been turned because he goes on a mad thing and starts eating. I think he's going to turn out to be a liability because he lacks control. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I imagine that's the point where the story's going to go. That he's going to be out of control and they're going to have to do something about it. Or what? I wonder sometimes when you have such a fun character like Cassidy, how can it? Sometimes it doesn't really work when you take him down a very dramatic route. So I don't know how the heck they're going to handle it, but it's going to have to come to a head at some point.
I completely agree. So the Herr Starr stuff was good. I mean,
Yeah.
his whole little date thing. That was interesting. He must
What the
just,
butter thing?
yeah. I guess people must find him like super charming. I guess because
Yeah,
like
of course, scary.
she was going on about her little puzzle piece thing, and she was saying about like the her some kid with disabled, shall we put it, and she was like, he smiled at me and I felt like I found my puzzle piece. And then he was just like, yeah, they're always smiling. His jokes. And then he was just like, I guess she's the daughter of the mayor of Louisiana. What the kind of relevance of that was, I don't know. And then it was just like, yo, take your top off. I was like, oh yeah, finally. I was like, she don't look bad, you know what I mean? But obviously, whatever. So I don't get what the butter thing was either. And then it was like, how long can you hold your breath? So I guess that must have been like a licentious thing, if you know.
Yeah, I think also the point was it's meant to be this utterly bizarre thing, but we don't really know because it gets called away, so we never got to see what where it was going with the butter.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I guess people just must find him really charming. It's like whatever he says, they just like do
He
without.
he and his whole group are a fun presence on the show, though. I think they were missing from the last episode.
Yeah. I've the kind of whole tarp thing as well, where he kind of lined him up and he was about to shoot him, and then the gun jammed and he just let him go. That whole professional thing, that was the funniest thing. That I
Yeah,
knew.
that was fun. I loved that the fact that the girl, even if she was doing it to live, was so helpful in his efforts to kill them both. But it was a fun scene. The whole thing was fun.
Um, the yeah. The whole getting bum rushed at the end, the no means yes thing. That was. I kind of knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to be a bunch of guys that turned up, but it was just like no means yes. The whole cat thing as well. The whole the cat pop up thing. I'm kind of wondering what Herr Starr's gonna kind of I think he's kind of got it into his head that, like, when he's playing back the tape and he says, God's gone and that we need someone to steer the ship, I think in his head he was thinking, me. So I think he's probably hanging around with Jesse and helping him find God so he can do him in and take his place.
Maybe, yeah. I thought it was great they killed Harry Connick Jr. There was just the random stuff like that, even the weapon, the guy that turned out to be just like a big ass, what was it, like a bomb or a drone or some crap.
Yeah, I thought that big guy with the Barack mask, I thought that was going to be it, and I thought, this is going to be interesting, and then it turned out to be a drone.
Yeah, I didn't. I was kind of different. I was thinking this is the space of like the Saint Evil killers, but he's like super big. Instead it turned on his head.
I thought he was going to flip the car or whatever, but I guess it should have been like a warning sign when he was having a slash at the back of it.
It's great. They're kind of like Herr Starr and his group. They're like, I suppose they're kind of like Bond villains, but jokey. It's like they're an efficient version of like Dr. Evil and this whole gang.
I like him though. I think he's a great character. I like it. His personality is good. You know what I mean? It's just like crazy stuff, the way he talks and stuff like that. His jokes, I like him a lot. They've done him well. You know what I mean? I guess the actor's a good pick as well. What else kind of happened? I guess Tulip's kind of on her way to getting cured. I guess he kind of made her sleep. And she's still going to that gun range, so really she needs to kind of pull herself together and stuff like that.
And she needs to be careful with that because she shot a bloke today in this episode.
Yeah, I thought that was funny as well, where like the squirt thing, and Cassidy's like, it kind of looks like a gun. I kind of thought, because I'm making him look real shifty, so I was kind of thinking, maybe I kind of thought that as well.
Yeah, but that's the thing, isn't it? There's always someone on the inside. I think that's the gag they're going for. But the whole thing turned out to be a hoax.
Any other points you want to bring up?
Not really. I thought in an episode where a whole lot didn't happen, really, we're still in the same place. That would be where. That's why I enjoyed it. That's where my frustration was coming from. Like Jesse isn't making any more movement. It's like that. The end of the episode is kind of symbolic of what's happened to him. He just sat in a bar, drowning his sorrows instead of actually being out on the road and doing something.
Yeah, I think he's in a position. I think that things are probably going to get moving now, because I mean, there's probably not going to be much left in New Orleans. So I guess now he's got the best kind of thread, and he's got really with Herr Starr, he's got unlimited resources. So I guess they can get moving again.
Right, and Starr's the MVP, because I think that was my frustration in last week's episode. That without him and his plans and his wacky ideas and what goes on and whatnot, was just stuck with Jesse and Tulip doing nothing, really.
Yeah. Let's talk numbers.
I thought it was good. I'll give it an 8. Herr Starr's definitely, for me anyway, the best character on the show.
I'll give it 8.5. Okay. There were some real good things in there. I feel, a step in the right direction. But we'll see what happens next episode, because for all we know, it could take another dip. So I mean, I'll be confident, but
they need to get moving on this Dennis thing. I know that he's finally a vampire now, but where we're going to end up with that, I'm just kind of make some movement. I think we definitely need movement on the God thing.
Yeah, I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And we'll see you next week.